The good news is you can do this. And I'm going to encourage you, whatever you've been through, my prayers are with you. My thoughts are with you.
Hi, I'm Dr. Rolla, clinical psychologist, and today I want to talk to you about the second type of abuser. Before I continue in this video, I would love you to subscribe, press the notification bell so that you get my videos as soon as I release them. Also follow me on social media, ASKDRROLA. Now let's get to the second type of abuser. I discussed the first type in another video, and I will leave a link for you to review that. That would help you to better understand the typology of abusers, gives you a better understanding of what an abuser looks like, because oftentimes we miss those signs. Now with this second type, the second type of abuser is somebody that we call a teacher. Somebody who knows all and will take on a teacher role to their spouse. The only problem is the student who is their spouse never really graduates from the school. Compared to the type 1 abuser, the type 2 abuser is more likely to be male. And as I discuss this, you will better understand why. The type 1 abuser could be male or female, but the type 2 abuser is more likely to be male. So as I continue in this video, I'm going to refer to the abuser as he, and I'm going to refer to the victim as she. Obviously, there are exceptions to the rule, but this is the general pattern. The teacher is a person who is constantly sharing information with their spouse and is not looking for any feedback. The teacher is the protector, the breadwinner of the family. He takes the joy, has a lot of joy and satisfaction from paying the bills and taking care of the family, which is a good thing, except that it is used as a form of control over their spouse. The abuser is somebody who utilizes different types of abuse. Type 1 utilizes primarily psychological, but type 2, all kinds. Psychological, emotional, using the children to isolate their spouse. They're going to do the coercion. They're going to make threats. They're going to use their mood swings, and they would even include physical abuse. What is very scary about the teacher is that he's also more likely to use marital rape. That means that he will not tolerate his wife, his partner, ever saying no to him when it comes to sex. If she says no, she will get raped. The teacher is somebody who is constantly telling the wife, the partner, that all I'm doing is for your own good, which means accept what you have, you're getting a good deal. The teacher is more likely to be much older than their wife. It could be 5 to 7 years, it could even go up to 15 years or more. That also solidifies this father role to their spouse. Now let's talk about the victim. She's more likely to see him as a father, and she will feel lost without him. She would need to look up to him for even very simple decisions, whether that is purchasing minor things or disciplining the children. The victim feels lost to a point where they would even ask for the approval of the husband, even if they're away from the home. They will need permission to feel like they can make those decisions. The victim rarely ever leaves their husband. And if they do, it is because the battering has become uncontrollable, and maybe she's scared that she could get killed. And even when she leaves, she's leaving because she wants to go to get some help to try to fix the abuser so that the husband can treat her better. She's really not going to get away. She's going to get help to see how they can help her to better relate to her husband who is abusive, or to help him to change his attitude towards her. If she leaves the marriage or the relationship, she's more likely to go back many times. That's because it's very difficult for her to make decisions about where to live, what to do when the abuser is not there. The victim is also more likely to see their child as a sibling rather than a parent-child relationship. They're going to lean on their child for support. Children who are raised in this family are more likely to grow up very quickly and feel a need to protect their mother or to give her support to make up for the abuse that she's receiving from the father. This person struggles when they are in a shelter or away from home, even though they're claiming that they want to be safe. They're more likely to give up the address of where they are, even though they've been instructed not to do so, because they feel that they owe the abuser that level of loyalty. In this relationship, where the husband is a teacher and controller, breadwinner, protector, he has all the power, this couple buys into very, very rigid traditional gender roles. It is not wrong for a man to go out to work and the mother to stay home if that is a healthy arrangement. In fact, for many families, that helps them to have time for the children, spend time with the family, and there's much more of a support system and the family stress is more manageable. But in this family, the teacher, the one we call the teacher, who is the husband and the abuser, never wants her to do anything to help her to be independent. So even if it's a part-time job, after the children have left home or they're in school, he does not want that. Also, the wife, who is the victim, is more likely to cringe at any opportunity to go out there and relate to other people and even get a little bit of money or get additional training. In this family unit, if the victim decides that she wants to go ahead and get additional training or connect with more people, it will be met with great opposition from the husband. This couple can go on married for years and years and may actually live together until death do them part, and until death happens, because it looks good on the outside. The challenge, of course, is that this victim has no self-esteem. She mostly whispers and she looks very, very obedient to their spouse. In some circles, it may be perceived as a good thing, but she's actually scared of him. She's isolated and she doesn't feel like she has a right to assert herself. So she's gonna whisper, she's gonna look timid, and she's gonna look tired. She will miss signs of depression and anxiety in her children or any other challenges that they're facing as a result of the abuse that she's suffering, because she's depressed herself. She may change her mind about being with her husband if she sees that her husband is starting to hurt the children, or the children are engaging in risky behaviors that she can now connect directly to the abuse in the family. The bottom line here is that this is a very dangerous situation, because as long as the victim is doing what the perpetrator wants, everything seems fine. But if she shows any sign of trying to individuate or try to make even basic decisions, it can escalate into significant violence. So that a couple that people will think were connecting and have a good relationship could end up being a situation where there's a murder-suicide. Because the victim has tolerated the abuse for so many years, and the perpetrator has learned that they can get away with whatever they want, any slight signs of trying to assert herself can lead to very serious and adverse reaction from the perpetrator. The bottom line about this abuser victim profile is that they need help desperately. And any child that is raised in this home is going to have a lot of problems. because it's going to be topsy-turvy, it's going to be a chaotic, unstable environment. And because the parents are bought into fitting into these roles and looking the part, it would often be missed by people on the outside. The children who are raised in this home have a high risk of anxiety, depression, high risk of suicidal behaviors. I live next to a railroad. Suicidal behaviors, and really go ahead and engage in unhealthy relationships in the future themselves. So, needless to say, they need help. And I'm going to encourage anyone who is even no longer in these kind of relationships. Maybe they finally got away after many, many years, to go get help from the years of abuse, as well as the children who have lived in this environment. So this ends type 2 abuser, and look out for type 3 and 4 in the next videos. I'd love you to share this, subscribe, like it, share this information with as many people as possible. We have minimized domestic violence for way too long, and many people have suffered and died because of that. So please, let's stay informed, and I wish you well. Stay safe out there. Much love. Talk to you soon. Bye now.